Ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes got into the R2. Let's go to Kingston, Jamaica and deal with Mr. Ricardo Maraj, a.k.a. Junior Cat. Godfather, good afternoon. Good morning in Jamaica.
Blessed, my lad. Blessed love. Good morning, Africa. Morning.
Yeah, man. Blessings. How are you
Motherland.
doing? How are you doing, Mr. Cat?
Well, I'm doing fine, I'm fine, We had a nice show last night, and they have this big party in St. Mary there.
Mm-hmm.
It was Josie Wheel, Admiral Bailey, Jonah Cat, and Liquor Hero.
Wow.
Top
at the top.
And this month is my month, so I'm kind of busy because, as you know, tomorrow is my birthday.
Yes, I was going to say that. And I would like to say happy birthday in advance to Mr. Ricardo Maraj, a.k.a. Junior Cat.
Sir.
And tomorrow too happens to be my junior brother, direct junior brother, one father, one mother. Tomorrow too happens to be his birthday. And today happens to be the birthday of the chairman of this radio station, Mr. Gabi Ochridako, as well.
We wish him happy birthday too and wish him all the best. Many more. We are one people.
Definitely. But
yeah.
Junior Cat, let's take it from this. Let's take the reasoning from this direction. Looking into your life right now, tomorrow is going to be your birthday. Now, looking back, when you reflect on your life, what you've been through, the pain, the agony, you understand me? The thick and thin that you've gone through. What will you say to yourself?
I would really say thanks to the Most High and for all these great tribulation we've been through. And it becomes a learning process so we could teach each other, because enough people didn't know what Earth was. So at least they know now it's not a bed of roses, you know what I mean? You have to come here to come help, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, yeah.
All right.
No glitter, no glamour. For we are hard-working people, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Now, let's take it from this aspect. You know, you describe yourself as wild Apache, the wild Indian and all that. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? How did music step in with you?
Well, I was born in Jamaica. As you know, I'm a Jamaican. I'm born in a community. It's called Coburn Garden, Top Burn Pen, Kingston 11.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was having it rough. My mother and my father didn't have it like that. My father was a working man. My mother didn't work. And it's 5 brothers of us, because as you know, Supercat is my mother's first son.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I have 2 more brothers in the space of that. Mm-hmm. And I have 5 sisters.
Wow.
It's 5 sisters and 5 brothers, but one of them didn't make it.
Okay.
Drop out when there was a baby, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I go to school in this community. I do everything in this community. Fly kite, play marble, catch fish, go to river, till I start to listen to the music at the age of about 18, going to school. They was having like a fair.
Mm-hmm.
End of year celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We start to dig into reggae music where we start to sing, you know. It's like a competition, end of year competition. Everybody would enter the competition and you'd put down your name, you'd go up there and represent and sing a song. And someone told me one time that, listen, man, you have a good voice and it sounds like you have talent too, so you should press on this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where I started in the music in Coburn Garden College School.
Wow. Did you? All right. So there was this competitions and all that kind of thing, and if I go through the bio and all that, I realize that you ever won a local talent contest. How did that happen, and how did you win?
I win by contesting 4 other artists. And I went to the final because people were so surprised to see me as a community kid really getting into this. They don't know as me as this. I used to be the guy who served newspaper in the community and all them things. I do everything, you know what I mean? I try to do my best. And when I went to the final, then final now mean that we going up with 2 other contestants, so I would make 3. And when I entered the stage, the community was so excited I end up being the winner with a tune called Christmas Breezes, and it was a Christmas holiday too.
Wow, 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 wow.
And I never stopped. Loving it so much they couldn't find me some of the time. I used to be on truck back going up into the country, you know, didn't even have clothes, shoes. My friend would say, yo, you could wear my clothes, man. And I say, oh my, they love me so much. They like what I'm doing. And up till this day.
Wow. So in which year was that, you know, in terms of winning this local, you know, talent contest?
That was 1983.
1983?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was 2 years by then.
Yeah, 1983. That was when Early B and Supercat was just coming out because Early B was 85 DJ champion.
Wow. 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 Now.
That's our teacher.
Yeah. No.
That's our God.
Definitely. I have heard your senior brother Supercat always big up Early B almost all the time in a lot of his interviews, and I say respect due for also calling out Early B, you understand me, to give him the props as well. You understand me, Mr. Kiat? I would like to say,
yeah, because he was the one who was carrying the rod in this community for reggae music, because as you can see, Coburn Garden, Cockburn Pen, it's a community. That's the same community Daddy Uri from.
Oh, all right.
That's the same community Josie Wheel from. That's the same community Charlie Chaplin was from. But that community split into 2 because politics are rival.
Same.
We was on this side, they was on this side. Then Early B was a manager for a company. When he leave that job to come and attend to music, that's where we get started. He was our master there.
Wow. So
yeah.
So in those days, how was it like? If you say someone is the Don or someone is your master, does he gather all of you and say, all right, you know what? Time to practice, time to do this. Put you on a sound system and do this. How was how does the master react at that time?
Well, what Early B would do, you know, Early B would have his birthday, and we, as community people, we know that's Early B birthday. So he would get the music together, the food together, the drink together, and then all of us would come together while Supercat and Early B would show up there and start this musical DJ business, and people would just penetrate because I used to just looking at them, you know, and I didn't know what's going on, and then I get to like it, and then when I heard my voice the first time on a system, that's when I know I was made for this job.
Wow. All right, so Mr. Maraj, I would like you to tell us your first experience in the studio. Who took your hand to the studio? Who gave you that first recording break?
That's, as I said, my first recording was the same Early B. Early B did have a show name, Come Make We Circle Jamaica. Come make we circle Jamaica. When you leave Kingston, where you find musician. For Kingston have the biggest population. And you would go from Kingston right back around to Portland. And we was in the studio, and Early B said to this guy, he was a producer, his name was Junior Straight. And Early B said, you know, I would like to give, Mr. Dax was my name at that time. I wasn't Junior Cat yet. And he said, I would like to give Mr. Dax a try on this rhythm, you know. And I did a tune name. Don't give me no gun. Don't give me no weapon. You know? And they used to have a thing on the radio. It's called the record jury. where they would play the tune and like a test run, and if the tune pass, then it's fit for airplay. If not, they would dump it. And the tune passed the test run and fit for the airplay, and it was in the star that new artist, Junior Cat, young sensation, new release, Don't Give Me No Gun. And it was big thing for me because I see myself was going up in the dance hall at that time with my style.
Wow. Wow.
I was so thankful till this day.
Wow. 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 If you look into some of the works you have done those days as Junior Cat, you know, coming up when you release Never This the Program, which entered the national chart at number 3. How was the feeling like around that particular time?
And if I tell you the truth, these things happened long after we was doing original dancehall. Now we was doing recording. We was in the studio. You know? I did that song for King Jamin's son, John. I meet him one day. I was riding on a bike with Nicodemus. As you know, Nicodemus was our next godfather again. You know what I mean? He was the founder of us, Nicodemus, you know, Bone Man Connection, Susie Wang. And I was riding on Demus on a bike. We was going up to a studio to do some dub plates for Bodyguard. And he was saying to me that, yo, I want to talk to you, you know, and I want to see you. And so I was thinking he was mistaking me with my brother, which is Super Cat. And he said to me, no, I know it's you. I know I'm looking for you. I was so surprised. I said, you know what? I'm going to go and see the guy. And we record the tune and a rhythm called Johnny Dollar. You remember that rhythm?
Yeah.
But we went and checked Steely with the song, and Steely was saying something, but he was listening to the song. And as you know, Steely and Clevie is the founder for all these. It's rhythm, number 1 rhythm in Jamaica, dancehall rhythm.
Yeah.
And he said to me, you know what? I think this rhythm is too fast for this song, you know. I say, yeah. That's your job there now, so I don't know. And he said to me, leave the song with me. And you know what he did? He take the song from the rhythm and he put it on a different rhythm called the Everless. And this cut of Everless is not the regular one. This is the one that Wayne one down Budger is on. Come rush me now. If you remember that one?
Yeah.
And he changed back the rhythm from the song and he said, dead you are go dead. You did say general, him pull you up a lead, and him put in the general TK voice. Dopey, and you bum, and from the tune drop, the tune runs straight through New York like a racing car.
Wow. Easy. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's 28 going into the hour, and our guest is original Junior Cat, Mr. Ricardo Maraj. You understand me? You know, from them time there to now, we're live for 99.5. You understand me? 99.5 over here in Accra, in 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in Tamale. Asaase Radio, we are nationwide. And trust me, our guest is Junior Cat. You understand me? From them time there till now. Yeah, and you know, and he's coming from the 80s to the 90s. And to the early 2000s, to the 2000s, and he's still current. Easy. Now, talking about, you made mention of you going to the studio, you were on a bike going to the studio to go cut some dub plate. Now, talking about sound system business now, which sound system did you first ever work with as a live artist? Because those days, I know sound systems were picking live artists and they were running with them. Which sound systems were you on, Junior Cat?
Well, as I said, from my community where we have this organization with our sound system with Early B and them, this was a era sound system, community sound. It's called Soul Imperial.
Soul Imperial.
Soul Imperial used to have a DJ named Rankin Trevor Rankin. Queen Majesty, I really want to have a chat with you. That's the first Indian man I ever see DJ reggae music and have a #1 song on a chart and still going to school riding a bike.
Wow. Wow.
I admire that man. He died now.
Wow.
And Trevor Rankin was the DJ who used to really be Daddy Uri contender. That Uri, as a founder, I told you that man have 3 #1 tune and 1 chart in 1 year.
Wow.
And Trevor Rankin come and move all of that with his style, but he leave to England and he never come back for a long time. And when he come back, the whole thing changed, you know.
All right. So in this case now, how did Soul Imperial how was it operating? I know it's a community sound system with all the artists on it. How was it operating? Do you guys move from your community to other community to go clash other sound systems and all that? How was the operation?
Yeah. We go all over. We go all over where we get work or somebody hire the sound to come and play. We would go.
You mean all the artists will follow the sound system to where the sound is?
No, we have a crew where we work with, like as I said, Hurley B, Supercat. Then we have people like Addie Murphy, Marlon Brando, Sergeant Rock, Martin Luther, Sidney Porter. Them time Ninja Man was Ugly Man. I was Mr. Dax.
Wow.
And people would come every week, 2 or other 3 people would fall in. That's how people love music at the time, because we was playing real music like drum and bass, acoustic guitar, live drum, and that's the rhythm we train on. So we well trained. We was like people back in the dance hall then when it was only General Trees and Tiger. And I meet them when they was young, just started out.
Wow.
Coming up after all the veterans them leave out, people like Johnny Ringo, Welton Hyrie, people like Squidly Rankin, Peter Mitch, all these guys was on playing every week.
Wow. So now I would like to find out this in terms, because around that time I know sound system were a bit competitive in terms of area to area, you know, sounds claiming that they were the champions and all that kind of thing. You know, apart from that era was when we really stepped into the doublet era. But the live artist era, I give thanks that you were part of the live artist era where you DJ live on sound system. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then the crowd giving you, you know, forward and all that kind of thing. Now, tell me, which of the sound systems did you and your crew went against and, you know, you had your best, you know, like on the night?
But I tell you the truth, Lagazee, we never really like have a problem with a sound, and we will be clashing every week. I remember one night we clashed with a sound named Stereo One.
Yeah, Stereo One.
And if you ask them, they would tell you they win the clash. Everybody have it that they win. Right? We meet these youths coming out of Spanish Town. Bad DJ them, you know. People love them, but we was there before. So you find that people like, they did new taste sometimes. We don't have a problem with that. But competing with sound system, we'll kill them dudes with music alone, because my selector would play, I wake up in the morning, I think it was a dream. I can't even get water. Now we come to part 2 style. I play with a champion song called Kilimanjaro. Ribbit. And we're gone down the night. It was very deep. It was hardcore. So people was looking at us as international people from a distance, because they was wondering what was them doing, making this sound that attracting people. So as I said, our community, we would block the road every Sunday night. You'd see people coming from left and right every Sunday night. That's where we work out.
All right.
It's called Bambolan, Broadleaf Road. And that's where I'm from. I'm
Wow.
from the same road this sound from. And Early B also, he live right at the corner.
All right. Now, looking into this and working on Soul Imperial sound system and all that, which other sound systems, did you also work on apart from Soul Imperial?
Well, that's the thing now because after gaining so much experience and becoming so talented, people would be coming every week. You would see a car drive up. The car would go up the road 2 times and come down back, and I would try to find out who is these people, and they'd say they're looking for Mr. Dax. I say, yeah, I'm Mr. Dax. What is it? Well, we have a sound up in the country, and we just looking for some artists, and we hear you on a cassette. Them time they used to I buy a cassette, white cassette, blue cassette. I didn't know where so much cassette from, but the music would be on the cassette, and people would get to the music, and they would come and find me. So I would be DJing tonight in Clarendon on a sound called Cosmic Force with Papa San and Cocotti and people like Brookback. Then tomorrow now we're working on Scorpio with General Trees and Sugar Shine and them. Then next week we'll be working on Metro Mina with Peter Metro, Danny Dread, and Cutty Rankin. And it go on and on from there while the sound system them come. I didn't and I can't remember a sound that I didn't work on.
Wow.
In the time of sound system, because that's how it goes. When you're a famous DJ, people will come to you to go on their sound and to clash at a sound. So the clashing thing wasn't really a war, because back in those days when you and people, when you kill them sound or when them kill your sound, people would keep malice. No, we don't do that. We kill you back next week.
Straight.
You know?
Wow.
We sure we're gonna get you back. You know what I mean? We just have to train and plan.
Definitely. Working with all these sound systems, back and forth here and there and all that. Did you remember the first sound system you ever cut a dub plate for?
A good one. That's a good one. But dub plate business used to be like this. Laga. We would that's how we becomes what we becomes, because we would wake up in the morning, and we would get ourselves together and go to the studio and just sit there. No plans, nothing, just sit there. Because there's studio there, there's music there, and the vibes is here, and it's out to bus. And we know that because we are young youth. All right. People would just come. You just see people come. And they would be like, who is here?
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And we'd be like, yo, all right. And let me hear what's happening. And he'd be like, all right, I'm a vice one with you, I'm a vice one with him, and a vice one with him. So right there we eat our food and they like it. And we also waiting on other people. We also waiting to get out there. We also waiting to start travel like the others them, because that's what we was hoping for, because we see it happening for other people. That time artists was wearing, one artist wearing 5-6 gold chain, that was the days of the music, I'm telling you. You know what I mean? When you go up there, you'd see this one coming, you go there, you see this one coming, you look around, you say, yeah, people like Joseph Whale, Charlie Chaplin, Volcano Sound, Pupa Tayan, Lee Van Cliff, you know what I mean? Louis Lepke, King Yellowman, Cocotti. It was just so beautiful to see where the music started, and it's so sad sometimes to see where some of the musicians end up.
Oh God. I am going to come to that. But before I even go further, you were Mr. Ducks. How come
I was Mr. Ducks?
How come Mr. Ducks straight up to Junior Cat? What happened
because
with the transition?
My nickname, as I said when I was younger, that's the name I get, Mr. Ducks. So when I come into the music, get the microphone the first time, representing as Mr. Ducks. I remember one night I was going to a dance in Clarendon at a place called Tollgate. We was gonna DJ a sound named Cosmic Force versus Arrows. This guy, his name is Bala. He would send for a lot of artists whenever it's clash time. Bonnie General used to live down in that country. And he would send for people like Bami Man, Kokoti, Papa San, Juna Cat. And I remember it was a Christmas holiday and I was up in the town. I don't remember what I was doing in Maypen town. And I see this guy and he was saying to me, no, he wasn't talking to me. I see the guy and I was looking at the guy and I said, this guy look like an artist. Because more time when you see them, you can know them. And movements, we reach back home and the night of the dance, I see the guy again. You know, but they was telling me that Juna D must work the sound sometime, but I've been there 2 years and he never come there. So he happened to come this night. And I see him from in the town because he was coming down from St. Mary. He wasn't driving, he was taking vehicles, so that's how I see him. And he went to the dance tonight and he said to me, you Super Cat brother? He knows some of my family from St. Mary and he was telling me, I say, you Super Cat brother? I say, yeah. And he never yet said, come in, Mr. Dax. Juna Cat, come in Juna Cat. And then Bonnie General started to use the name. But two of them even war who gave me the name. And from that time till this time, I never named myself Juna Cat.
Wow.
So people would think because your brother is Super Cat, you think you're going to make it Juna Cat?
Yeah.
You got to fight this thing hard. This music thing is not a nice thing, man. And when you get experience about some of the corruption in the music, some people don't even want to go any further. So we was just made for this job to make people enjoy themselves and teach them the liquor we can teach them. But it's not like we are here for the glitter and the glamour, because it's not everything with glisten and gold.
Definitely.
Especially in this time, there's a lot of brass out there and different ensigns, but they look like gold.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You know?
You're right.
You got to choose from the heart and not the head.
Easy. That was this one is bullet. You got to choose from the heart and not the head. Easy. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, my guest on Zoom right now is Junior Cat, Mr. Ricardo Maraj, and trust me, he's telling us about the story from them time there to now. He said something that really caught my attention. He said, looking at the business those days was the thing. And now how some artists end up is another thing altogether. Now, let me ask him about how some of the artists end up. Some live get cut short. You understand me? Some get, gunshot and them dead. You understand me? I quite remember his senior brother, Super Cat, used to say the amount, even the end of poison Super Cat at a point in time. Yeah. After he said he run through gunshot and all that kind of time and all these kind of things, but he's still surviving. Now,
right.
Junior Cat, tell me about how some of this, how come some of these artists end up so sad? How come?
Sometimes, we don't know what this world have planned for us. So that's why you have to live good and do the best you can, because sometimes the only thing we can guide you is Christ, the Almighty God. Can really, you know what I mean? But sometimes you get yourself in some games, and pertaining to music, you can end up rich, you can end up sad, you can end up happy, or you can end up mad. After hard days of work, end up hungry to get food. It's not free. You have to work again. If you're going to use your head when you are young to make music and lyrics, and when you get old, you still got to use your head to find food, you're going to end up with a Stokes.
No,
you know,
in few years back, you understand me? I think 2 years back, you know, before in recent times, Max Romeo lost his life. He took, I think in 2023, he took, I think, VP and Universal Music to court. You understand me? For his royalties and all that. Now, a lot of the veterans I have seen has gone through this particular, you know, situation in terms of
it's the same music, King. It come back and it haunt you after all your hard work that you did. Then you have to go and fight again for your money in a boxing ring. I saw Junior Bites one time. Because Sugar Minott introduced me to Junior Bites. Junior Bites only listened to Sugar Minott. Sugar Minott is like his father. He died, but his father's still alive. That's how him and his father live. And we went to bring him some money for some dub plate. And he asked me for a cigarette. And I tell him I don't smoke cigarette. He said, just buy him a cigarette. He said he don't want the money for the dub plate. He just want a money to buy a cigarette. And I'm wondering how that work. And he said to me, he don't know me as an artist. He's a big man and his head is not so steady. He said to me, youth, you see, anytime I see more than 5 people come and check me, I know exactly what it is about, you know. From ever since I sing the song Fade Away, my life been in a misery.
wow.
So it's hard for you but sometimes word sound is power too, you know. If you make certain commitment and you don't live up to it, it will cramp you, you know, and that's a big sound he make there, you know. You know what I mean? And then when I find out again, I meet some of the best and the greatest out there struggling. Yellow Man doesn't have a house right now. And all he's saying it, they feel like he's just saying it because he having fun. He's saying it because he thinks that's going to help him.
Wow.
There's 2 ways for help, King. That's why your private business, you don't tell people. Because help goes 2 ways. It goes up and it goes down. So when a person says, come me help you, ask him which way.
Yeah.
Which way are we going? It's lower down or are you taking me up?
Yeah.
Please. We're not here to hurt people or harm people. We are trying to be somebody who people could be love and see that we are people from poor community and poor ghetto, and we're singing reggae music, right? Word, sound, and power. Bob Marley used to beat the drum. Them used to say he's a son of a gun. Now the heartbeat of the drum is what brings people together, and togetherness is strength. Right? They said Bob Marley was a son of a gun. Now they're playing Bob Marley in the house. You know what I mean? What we have to do, we can't beat people and bash people. We have to just upset people for who they are. Make sure you don't walk the wrong road after you see all these guys go down there. They didn't come back.
Wow. This is deep.
It's not about singing or going on stage. It's about the life you live and what you see coming and what is going to happen to other people. Because nowadays, when we was in the dance hall, there was no money, King. We wasn't getting paid. We used to just DJ because we love it. And when time they used to kill the goat, and when the goat cook, everybody would get a plate or you get a soup or whatever. We wasn't thinking about money. You see, once money get involved, people started dead.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So the Almighty don't really deal with money. So when them say your blessing is different. Your blessing is something you can live off of once you're cool, you clean.
I get you, Father.
Some of them don't have any fire in them. They don't have any current in them. They be turning upside down. They drain. You know what I mean? You have to be yourself. Be a man. You know what I mean? Stand up to your tribulation. Face your sufferation and grow your kids them to be tough. Don't bow. If you're going to kill me, just take me down. I'm not going to go down on my knee. Because you're going to take me down and you just take me down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you don't intend to live that way, then you becomes a puppy. So they could call you and show you a bone and you come over. And then we call you and show you another bone, you come over. No, it's not like that. I'm doing the work of the Almighty. If he say move, I move. If not, I'm not moving. Yeah.
You're right. Ladies and gentlemen, reasoning with Mr. Kiat, and trust me, he's telling us the real story. You understand me? How it used to be back in the day. You understand me? And how some artists are suffering now. You understand me? Because those days it used to be love. It used to be frenzy. But he said, when money start coming, people start dead. When money start coming, that was when the IRED set in and people start kill each other because of money. You understand me? Now, we have seen an artist like Max Romeo working all these years, 50 years of his career, no royalties. He has to go stand in the boxing ring and fight for his money. What kind of world are we living in? Where are we heading towards? You know, yeah, man.
If you're sick, they're not going to give you the money. Just try don't sick.
So, Mr. Kiat, what advice will you give to this younger generation who are in this music space?
Well, that's why, you know, the music have a lot to do with your life, you know, because sometimes the words you use, it can affect you too, you know. And I think the music right now is start to come in like it's a go-go club. You know, sorry to say I'm not beating anybody and bashing anybody, but sex has its own market. You don't have to go on a stage and sing about the things them, because Flatlist was around a long time from the days of General Echo and King Yellowman, you know. And I was talking to Jack Ruby one time, you know, and Jack Ruby said to me, said, Tiger, come down here, you know, and making up on the whole night and running when me pigeon them, you know. And he said to me, General Echo lose him life, you know, because he's going on stage and talking the raggedy things, you know, and then I witness Yellowman lose him jawbone, and I don't know if it's God working or his man or what, you know. But you see, if you are talking to somebody and is an elder person for you, be careful of the line you use.
You're right. You're right. The youth of today must listen. You know, and sometimes I feel like the youth of today don't consult the elderly in the space. You understand me? Because a man like Junior Kiat, who have been there, done that and all that, with all this experience and all that, with all these beautiful writing skills and all that, do you have people coming to you to understudy you or to come ask you, say, yo, Father, I need you to guide me on this and that and that? Do they come to you?
You don't really want to be rich and destructive. You know, it's good to be good and constructive, because if I'm doing something and I'm doing something good and then my daughter start to do the same thing, I would feel good. But always it somebody is saying that you're going to sing a song and tell a whole audience of people that you're going down in somebody's throat and I'm supposed to dance. This is a war. You are dirtying up everything. So from now on, everything is dirty. We can't change that again because we sit down and watch it grow and we water it. No. Those are the type of things where people should look at. You know what I mean? I save some of the money where them I used to kill people for try to make the younger generation really, because they are the future. You know?
You're right.
Not because some people feel like them soon leave Earth, you can mash it up. No. It's Earth without end. Time is longer than life. You can leave a dirty mark and expect your generation to be comfortable because you left riches. You left misery.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You do something constructive for the young people, yet no. People did want life and them never get it, and you come here, come waste your one. When the father asks you what you make of yourself, well, tell him, so the man them it fight you never get to do nothing. And you live 50, 60 years, but you never get to do nothing. You never do nothing good.
This is deep.
Yeah, that's why you in African people listen to you in Jamaica, because you make a mark. You come here, people say them like it, so it must something about you.
Definitely.
These people is spiritual, you know, they feel, you know.
Definitely.
And they could tell you that, say, if my spirit not take you, you're in trouble. It's true.
You're right. You're right.
You know?
Mr. Kiat, going into your career right now, how many albums have you?
I got like 200 and more singles, but I remember I only did 2 albums. I did Top Dog for King Jammins, and I was on the Good, Bad and Ugly Crazy album with Supercat Nicodemus and Junior Demus and Columbia Record. I also did an album for Linval Thompson, didn't release. One for Sugar Minot, didn't release, because Sugar did, you know what happened. And Linval still have that album, so I'm trying to see what he's going to do with it. But as I say, I'm doing singles back to back every other day.
Yeah. The current one is with VP, Rude Boy something.
Yeah, I drop a single for that name, put on the gun them, you know, because it started affecting people in Jamaica. We were singing about gun, not just killing people, just Rude Boy style. But I see they're doing it different now. So I'm not a part of this new gangster thing. They have friends killing friend and, you know, 18 others for cars and gold chain and all them things there. I'm in a different road. But as I said, this music thing is an everyday thing. We still out there doing the work. I might not getting enough publicity in certain corners, regions and things like that. But in my areas, New York and all them things, people still calling. I'm getting ready to go to Canada soon. And a lot of places opening up, just really knowing about Junior Cat.
Of course. And I can tell you for a fact that in my radio career, nearly 30 years, since I have known Junior Cat, you understand me? I have been following Junior Cat. And I was glad to meet the eye in person in Jamaica.
Right.
And I was glad to stand and witness the eye performance and how the eye run the stage. And I'm like, I was telling Stampede that, yo, Stampede, we need this man in Ghana. You understand me? And he's like, yo, Lagazee, it can go on, man.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, what informs your lyrics? Because it looks like you have dozens of lyrics. It's like when the rhythm is playing and Junior Cat hold the mic, leave the rest. The rest of the artists can go and sit down. It's lyrics like hit on top of hit.
Because most of these lyrics, you know where they came from? They came from the beats. Once the selector plays certain beats, you have artists because we are not into music just that, you know. We have music into we. So once you give we certain amount of current, we're going to steam up. And once they drop certain rhythm, the rhythm would talk to me and I would know that this is a line we're going to follow. Don't even know what's going to happen. Next thing you hear, the crowd are ball forward.
Easy. Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, man. And
so we give thanks.
It was like, I was amazed. Now, I have watched videos, you cutting dubplate in the studio with a headphone on, and from them press play, even the people them recording the dubplate was even giving forward in the studio before the dubplate will even go out to go play.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
And that's original. Enough people never know, because when we used to go to King Jammins studio, it wasn't like we never have... That's why I say it's moving too fast. We move from... I buy a cassette. We move to CD. We move to hard drive. We don't know what's coming next. But when we was at Jammins studio, Jammins used to have the dub machine. And once the dub goes on the dub machine, if you make a mistake, the dub spoil.
Yeah.
You remember that wax?
Yeah.
Remember the wax?
Yeah.
The vinyl?
Yeah.
When they put down the thing on it and they say, do the intro, you do the intro, and they put on the rhythm and you start to sing.
Yeah.
And you make a mistake, they can't stop that vinyl, you know.
Yeah.
Spoil.
So you must be prepared.
You have to be prepared. It's your job.
Wow. 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 This is
Easy.
yo. So it is not like this time where you go into the studio and you do cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. No. This is
No, that's what messing up the music now. Because listen, the drum that you hear in Burning Spear and Culture and Bob Marley rhythm, it's a live drum. The guitar that you hear, it's a live guitar. Once you break those instruments, you break the music.
You're right.
If the drum is not rolling and the guitar is not singing anymore, it's like you put something on the fridge, it's dead.
You're right.
You know, so that's why messing up most of the musicians, because they're not getting what they used to. So you won't hear the older musician because they won't sing on certain beat. They're not hearing it. They're not feeling it.
You're right.
You know? So go back and listen to some 90s music and listen to some 80s music. 2000 don't catch them back.
You're right.
It's just paid for. You know? They be paying now. When people used to working from them heart, they didn't get paid. But once they working from them head, they get paid.
You're right. Ladies and gentlemen, Junior Cat has been releasing singles on top of singles on top of singles almost every day. Recent one is with VP, that is the Rude Boy something. Now, I'm a bit skeptic when it comes to, you know, his lyrics, his lyrical pattern. Like, what informs your writing, Mr. Cat? What informs your writing?
And as I say, just like certain tune we have to write, because the words of certain music with the beats them, you have to kind of maestro, change up the style. So then you have to be able to fit words in there. But if I'm going at the original foundation, I just put on the headphone and just sing. Because I could say God make heaven and earth in only 6 days, and the 7th day him go rest and pray. He make the animal for meat, he make the bird them for lay, he make the green vegetable for we eat every day, he make the whole universe them called Milky Way, he make Adam and Eve, but them never obey. Them have 2 sons sing the same way, cause Cain kill Abel and put him in a clear. So God called Noah immediately and tell him to gather all of him family, and then him take one flood wash the wicked away. Old Papa Enoch have 12 boy picking it. Joseph get a coat pretty like jewelry. Him brother them sell him just through jealousy. Moses was born in a poor man's city. Them hide him in the river from Pharaoh's army, but him freed the Israelites from captivity.
Wow.
David slew Goliath and solved the victory.
Wow.
Right? And then became king at the age of 30. It's just lyrical rhyme and words with sense. So sometimes they think it's just going at nothing, but it's deep. They don't look. They don't listen. People just shout. That's why you have to listen to the voice inside. The one outside is going to distract you.
Wow. Wow.
Easy.
Mr. Cat, you ever tour Africa yet?
Never. Never land on African soil, and I know what, because when the time is right, I'm not coming to Africa to hustle, nor coming to Africa to lay. We come in there to teach Africans that Ethiopians and Jamaicans are one. Selassie, I said 1966 when he came here, he said Africans and Jamaicans are one. We are real Africans. They just drop us here. If them say me are Indian, them can leave me a Kashmir. But I'm telling you this, there is a lot of teaching here otherwise from the schoolroom that important where a lot of youths never get, because you see, it don't matter where you train or what you learn, the best thing to train for is the street, because everybody going out on the street. So it's good to know the street.
Of course, you're right. You're right, Mr.
Madman run street, you know.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Yo, listen.
Easy.
This is a whole heap of vibes, man.
Hard to don't know and have so much money and end up so rich and don't know.
Definitely.
That's why they're making so much road. You have to know which one to take. Don't watch a sign. Follow your mind.
Definitely. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from this moment ongoing, Lagazee Sound International artist is Junior Cat. You understand me?
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I would like you guys to put
Brotherly
it.
love.
Yeah, man. I would like you guys to put it on record, because we're going to intensify his publicity in Ghana. We're going to make sure that Junior Cat is everywhere, because he has never been to Africa before. And it's about time for us to witness this great talent in Africa, because look here, some of these things we must witness with our eyes. You understand me? You know, as a living testimony. And listen, we must honor our legends whilst they are alive, not when they are dead and gone and they will be sharing crocodile tears. No. So let us honor our legends now. You understand me? Yeah, man. The man is full of wisdom and speaking a lot of sense to us this afternoon, and we must take sense out of nonsense every time. You understand me?
Yeah, so we was there when nothing was into it, and nobody was getting nothing, and we was there. So when we see where the music is going now, a lot of people join the music because there is money there now. So if you go to America and they give you drugs, or if you go to Canada and they give you gold, why don't you go to Africa where you can gain knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it seems like that's what we're really looking for, because being through all these places, you've never been comfortable. So there is still something that you are looking for that's don't had it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I always hear people say, when I'm going there, Lucian, I say, he's going on a one-way ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means? So he might not go in, but he's just telling people that's what they should do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because what left?
Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah, man. So I would like to find out when the next project is coming on, because you and VP, this Rude Boy Something is always on my playlist. We're pushing the vibe hard.
Yeah, that's Shaggy production, but VP is his distribution, the business people. And he said to me that, Cat, we had some more work to do, and we're not doing any more recording in Jamaica, because maybe he have his business over there and he want to do it there. But I figure they're busy running up and down. But thanks to Shaggy, he's the one who recorded this song and put it out. And I get in all calls from other producers sending me rhythm and things like that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we do during the daytime or whatever. We could sit over here and play around with the beats, and then once we get the melody and we get the hook and we have the line, we rush into the studio and get it done. Not like you're going to get some money, but just that another project for you, showing that you are not just sitting down wasting time, you know. And people don't pay you, they give you donation. But by the sweat of your brow, the Almighty will write your check.
Definitely. No,
and take your own. Yeah.
In wrapping up of our conversation, what do you make of this current crop of artists now? What do you make of them? Are they on the right path?
Well, I'm telling you, the youth them is really, really, really powerful, and they have some powerful youth with some powerful lyrics, But yeah, but the problem is now is one apple spoil a bunch, I may do an album with 10 songs and 9 good, and then the last song me come sing about some other thing. And then people are vexed and say, yo, man, him style up, man. It's hard to keep everything clean, but that's the best way to do it. And we make mistake by singing gun song, and you pick it up now. And gun is something that kill people. And if you even stop singing about gun, Smith and Western will still send them. What can I do? Just leave it to the Most High God, because that's him alone. So pray as you work and as you go along, and ask him to guide and protect you. And don't let the little money where them give you fool you, because that's only paying you to leave earth early.
Wow.
Wow. And life is more important than everything and more expensive. So if you teach good message, you'll get good blessing. If you feel like you can come and scream and tell me that you don't do this and you don't do that. And when the door closed, you are worse than the dog. I don't have to do nothing to you. You are killing yourself. You know? I don't promise anybody that we're going to be tangled up or we're going to have a problem. I will leave it to the Most High and he will sort it out for me because I got to go and do the Most High work. Because that's what we do most of the time. Go up in the mountain, we go up in the river, we burn a cliff, we stay by ourselves. We don't know what tomorrow going to bring because the way it look now is like the devil a rule.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's just the outside.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You know what I mean? So we have to teach the youth them and make them know. So my brother, we don't know it going already. You know, when I did young, you know, my father buy a car one time and he never drive yet. Him just buy it and park it there. So we never used to car and them thing there. We used to walk barefoot. That's all. We never look on our foot. You take so we are market man. We wear shoes on holiday like Christmas or Easter time and then we put on back that. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
And since now we see as youth, you have to really put yourself together and be a man, but not that like you're going out there to isolate or show off on people. We never grow them way there, and that's what happening now. You know, I see people coming out. Reggae music one time, some people even want them pick me go on a dance, you know, out a dance for smoke no ganja and all them things there and say them out on gunman and thief. And I see the most of the youth them who singing reggae music now, they come from uptown. It's uptown youth them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not downtown youth them. Some of the youth them downtown hardly can't get in. You could have go over a racetrack one time and tell them you want to be a jockey and them allow you for ride ass. If your family don't have money for saying you got to ride in school now, you can't become no jockey.
You're right.
But anyway, you see 5 or 6 youth gather up every day and stand up. Somebody have a strap there or something and it's that them know about so that them into. You understand? So you can't blame them sometimes, you know, because like them have 5 trade and them only a deal with one and I don't want something them know about. Them some of them really dark.
Mm-hmm.
Where we are come up as youth, we play football, we play marble, we fly kite, we go sea.
Mm-hmm.
We sell buckle, we go catch fish, we pick plum. We wipe car glass, we sell star. We wipe all Prime Minister car glass. So I know which one of them good from one no good. One we give money, next one to go to school.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is the one named Junior Cat, and he's telling us all we have to know about the younger generation, the road they should tow and all that. You know what I mean? So, ladies and gentlemen, everything good in the place and everything is all right. As I said, from now on, trust me, over here is going to be Junior Cat. We're going to put him on play because he must visit Africa and we must honor him over here. So, you understand me? So, people have to know this. You understand? So, as we continue wrapping up with Junior Cat over there in Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, final entry, and then we're done with this conversation. You understand? And remember, he said he's open. Cat, if people want to link you up for maybe shows, 45 voicing or dot plate or anything, who should they link? How should they link you up?
All right, you could link me on the JuniorCat email is JuniorCat email is JuniorCat011@gmail.com. Or you could find me on 770-277-8068. 1-876-277-8068. Or JuniorCat011@gmail.com.
All right. You know, so people, remember this. When you want to link him up for 45, dot plate and all that, you can link him up via that. And trust me, that is going, to happen. You understand me? And one of the coolest artists I have ever dealt with is Junior Cat. You understand me? You know, and he's humble. You understand me? And he's straightforward, you know, to business and all that. You understand me? You know, and since we are representing Junior Cat over here in Ghana, I know he's going to bless Lagazee Sound International, you know, with some ammunitions to kill sound boy.
Yes. I mean, know you kill out the road because you're Jew, because you're the man that travel all the way, come here, come encourage me and strengthen me and say right now we attack to Africa, so
definitely,
can't lose.
Definitely, Father. Definitely, Father. We give thanks for your time and space. And I would like to tell you that this platform is yours. So anytime you have a brand new, anytime you have a brand new single or anything, just let me know. I'm phone call away from you. Just let me know and then we'll put it on.
Listen.
All right, Father. I would like to say thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for bigging me up and having me on the station today. Tomorrow is my birthday, so this is my birthday gift.
Give thanks. And I would like to say happy birthday to you, Junior Cat. May you live long. Matter of fact, I think next week Saturday, we need to do the Junior Cat top 10. You understand me?
Yeah.
We're going to put you on a top 10 for next week in terms of celebrating you on this particular network as well. So I will
and I'll be celebrating with my son, because my son have a birthday just same as he born on my birthday. April 21st, he born on that day.
Wow.
Same day.
Wow. Congratulations.
So you see, it's a blessing, man.
Definitely. So now next week we're doing Junior Cat top 10. You understand me? So let's put that on record, and then we'll go back to him for some, more, catalog music as well. All right, Mr. Cat, thank you so much for your time.
Peace and love, man. Thankful, you know what I mean? And big up all the people I'm out there and tell them be good, you know what I mean? Give thanks and praise unto the Most High. It will make you happy. Bless up in Raiderland. King Laga, the man.
Before you leave, you can't leave us without any, I wouldn't say freestyle. I would like to say one expensive style, because me like the Junior Cat style. Tell you no lie.
Right.
So yeah, man.
Right.
Give Africa Ghana something. Asaase Radio, we listening.
All right. You want me to tell them, road boy, say will come, the day will come, better day will come, Dan. Say will come, the day will come, better day will come. You know, you may tell no Dan. I say crime rate a rise and the ghetto running hotter. Every corner you turn pan your buck up few shatter. Kill off them one another, some of them youth ya no matter. Shoot up John Brown, then them shoot anti-gata. Politician a go on with things, them turn the people in a squatter. Shipping the gun and left the youth them for butter. Food crisis arise, to who does it matter? Where people are gonna do with them damn antipathy. Yet still, thanks I'm giving. Never gonna stop. To the Creator, that's how we living. Never gonna stop, no way. You may tell them, me say nothing can stop at him the stop sign. Man on a creature, never catch me pan line. Original man go tell mankind. We living on the street like the white line. We don't mix up in a corruption, we don't mix up man no slime. So upful movements get a youth, you come and join. Smoke up a little high grade and sip a little wine and give thanks unto the Most High. We do that every time. Thanks I'm giving. Well, this is the one where I run Jamaica now, where the people them love, right? I tell you about the same circle Jamaica, it name. I say most countrymen are in a town them jam. A Kingston the most gunman come from. Police and soldier everybody have one. Spanish town you know it carry the largest gang. Tell you about the one other and the clansman. Tessa Miller black man, Bulby one dan. A them man they take over the Spaniard land. Find a Spanish town will heap a black man hang. Saint Jacob de la Vega help me sing this one. Ola be no about full enough bossy man. Well a ola baby this swim round come from me a pen no play pen no ramp with Clarendon. A same place down there where red come from. If you pass poor us, you get saltfish and yam. Head on to Mandeville, you yell upset to Charlton. But don't forget the Dana where them call King man. Don't you know St. Elizabeth a cultivation. Vegetables and fruits, banana and yam. A whole heap of time and enough skeleton. You know so Westmoreland belongs to all ganja man. Ganja car, ganja bike and ganja van. Tell the government to them fellow ganja man. Don't you know say Negril to that a tourist land. Jerk chicken finger licking 12 miles of white sand. And that's how tourists hold them meditation. But my baby, here is your question. Where is so much careless gun come from? Cause we're talking to the MP, the mayor and the Donald security minister now and policeman. Mr. Why them killing off so much younger youth, man? Is it a sacrifice or something gone wrong? Fall Munchelani lightning bolt come from? Are the fastest runner from down a jam one? You touch a Santana Marcus Gavilan, but St. Mary produce some good musician. Desmond Valentine and Barry Salmon. Go circle Louis culture somewhere around a Portland. And stop a St. Thomas and we go check Bushman. Live in a unity, come make we live up as one and give thanks to the Most High that keep you strong. Lagazee run the radio station.
Yeah.
Not the radio, them run the land.
Mr. Kia, thank you so much.
Welcome, well done.
Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Easy.
Yes.